Yo, what up guys? It's Roop back. So I'm going to show you guys the most budget way to make your shifter feel good without buying like those fancy shifters, the T-mods and all this stuff for probably under 20 bucks. So you're going to need two things. Now the second one is optional, but the first thing is going to need this two washers, and this will be, it's for the T56. And I think the TR6060 also works, but yeah, this is the part number, and this is essentially what's going to make you shift smoother into every gear. So I come from JDM cars. I like the more cylindrical stick shift knob for like drifting, like the Mishimoto one. So I also ended up getting one of these, and this is just something just like that. It's about the same height as the stock one. I just like the design of it. And honestly, I just much rather this. I'm sure there's better ones. In the future, I will definitely be upgrading the shifter, but for now, since we're trying to do things on a bit of a budget right now, this is probably going to be the best way to have your shifter feeling like a $500 shifter. So I'm going to show you guys right now basically how to install this real quick. I've never done this, and all I hear is this fits T56, but online says TR6060. So, you know, we're gonna figure it out. This should be simple, easy, quick. So let's get into it. Okay, so there's the two things we're gonna add. Like I said, the length is right about there. So maybe a little, about the same height. Stock shifter, it's nice. I like the stiffness of the stock shifter. So this is just like a before. It's not too bad. But I feel like this could be better. All right, so I got the car in the air. Once you get the car in the air, it should be on the passenger side up here. We're probably gonna try to go through the side. And if you look all the way down, the lip is practically making contact with the floor. Like, that's how low this thing is. And that's on stock links. Like, check the link. I can't get that broken loose. So pretty much gotta wait till I do the suspension to drop this to get to that link, but whatever, that's another. Anyways, so yeah, it's over there, that little thing. So it's a 24mm socket. This transmission, we're gonna go, and it should be up here somewhere. You see that right there? That bolt. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the one. That's where it is in the transmission. I got the 24mm adapted to the ratchet, and that's basically gonna go up there. I'm like working with super limited space right now, so. Okay, cool. Oh, there it is. It fell. Okay, so this is basically the detent, right? Looks pretty mint, clean. The threads, you definitely want to clean them up. If there's anything on here, it doesn't look like there's anything on mine. Essentially, you grab these washers, you just do that. Now you put it back in the transmission. When you put it back in the trans, just snug it up. Don't try to tighten this down. Just snug it up. You know, you're just gonna keep torquing it down. Eventually, you're gonna feel it gets tight. After that, just like finger tight. Don't even go crazy. You do not want to strip these transmissions. They are notorious for stripping. And now, good luck to me for the reinstallation. So it's not tightened in yet, but basically that's what it looks like in there. And you're just going to tighten that down with the 24mm ratchet. And now feel some resistance. That means it's tightening up. Okay, I think that's good. I'm not even going to try and test that out. Bring the camera up there, make sure that it is actually snug in there. That looks to be pretty well snug. All right, perfect. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's just as simple as that. Okay, let's test it out now. Way less resistance. Oh my gosh. Way less resistance. That is insane. It's like literally night and day difference. Now, I may take a washer off, but this is like ultra smooth. This is insane. This is genuinely ultra smooth. Well, it'll have more flop, I'll tell you that much. It'll have more flop. But yeah, it doesn't fight me going into gears anymore, so that's good. So yeah, that's basically one way to do it. And I think I might just do one washer because I do like how light it is. It'll bring me closer back to that Japanese car feeling where the shifter's just light and it just does its thing. And now for the icing on the cake to truly make it that. And then I'm just gonna put this, you know, store this somewhere. Don't get rid of your OEM shift knobs. Don't do it. Just keep your OEM shift knobs around. I think this is a T25, which is what I have set up on here. So you're just gonna twist this like that. It should come down. And then there's the T25 right there. And honestly, I like that there's a bolt here because other shifters, you screw them on, or like BMW, they can come off. This has a bolt in it, so you know for a fact you're not gonna, you know, really mess anything up. Okay, and this should just lift right up. Cool, that's the OEM shifter. Put that aside. Grab our cylindrical shifter. And there's the hole for it. It should just slide in as is. Slide in all the way down. And boom. Screw it in. Okay, grab your ratchet in the tightening mode. And just right here, just, you don't want to go too crazy, just finger tight. That's it. Then hopefully this goes back up. If not, I'm gonna be mad. Okay. Maybe this has to go on a different way. You know what? I might just leave it like this. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. This is fine. Okay, wow. Okay, so with the anti-venom mod, actually this, I can shift better with this. Compared to the OEM one, it almost wanted to like fight me a little. Change the shifter. Wow, that is just sick. I'm sweating right now. So here's my reasoning for doing the anti-venom mod is, of course, I don't want to just spend $600 on a shifter just yet, but I wanted my shifter just to feel a little better. No, you're not going to get any short throw effect or anything like that, but it will shift a little bit smoother. One of the big reasons is this shifter here. It's very cylindrical. I feel like your hand could slip and stuff. So by reducing the resistance, honestly, that's not a bad idea. If you reduce the resistance and you add one of these race car style shifters, honestly, that's a great combo because you get that like JDM, like Toyota transmission, Nissan transmission sort of feel in your American car with the TR6060, T56, all for less than 80 bucks. So I'm just gonna go for a quick drive, and yeah, we're gonna roll through the gears and see how well this mod really truly is. And it is just wow. I honestly can't get over shifting it. This I'm not gonna touch. I'm just gonna leave that as is. I really don't care. It does not affect me at all. This definitely store. Okay, perfect. That's it, because it's the same like height. Boom. Store that somewhere safe. my friend 3D printed these. Just want to mention, it goes inside the motor, deletes something. I'm pretty sure I might use in the future. We'll see. But all right, let's go for a drive. Straight away. Sick. Alright, so shifter's not bad. Going to my friend's house right now. But yeah, I would recommend this mod. I would probably experiment with the 1 to 2 spacers. I would start off with 1 if I was to go back and do this. 1 washer, see how you like it. Because 2 is pretty light, it kind of like is annoying, but I think it's just something to get used to, because basically the more I drive, the more I'm basically used to shifting. Because there's not much resistance, instead of like 3rd, you end up like hitting like the notch between 1st and 3rd, which can be sketchy, honestly, from a money shift perspective. So, you know, do this mod, you know, like at your own risk. But basically 1 washer. I might change out just to be 1 washer soon. So, but overall, not bad. This is a pretty great mod. Super smooth shifts. 3rd. See, 3rd takes a little. It just takes a little practice. But yeah, it's not bad. So guys, I basically figured it out. So you're gonna have to get used to shifting with your T56 TR6060. And I used to just shift like this because I'm pretty used to like the racing style of shifting. But I noticed that when I went like this, it almost would want to go into 5th. So what I do now is I do the regular style, but instead of going like how I used to go, we're trying to get in 3rd, I just go straight up. Then it actually falls into 3rd. So that's not bad. So essentially, it was me. It was driver mod. But yeah, so basically, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's just technique. So 1st, 2nd, and then with the new technique, 3rd. Boom. Easily goes into 3rd. All right, so, okay. I was wrong. That was me. That was me. So basically, I just had to adjust my technique a little. I know most people don't shift like how I do. I just kind of trained myself to shift in that way, so I never basically miss gears, and I never, you know, mess up, you know, putting it into a wrong gear. Because no matter what, say you're in 2nd, and if you do shift like that, you'll never be in 1st. Always be in 3rd, see? So yeah, it's not too bad. This thing in 1st. So 1st, 2nd, with the new hand adjustment, 3rd. Perfect. I hope I made some of your guys' lives easier with this video, or anyone who's just looking to do a little upgrade to their shifter on a budget. It's the way to do it. Anti-Venom mod. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.